Hello and welcome to the Takeoff live stream. Last time I spoke about how I thought a goal, a desire, a heartfelt want really is God's way. It's the conspiracy between God and your soul to sort of get you to move out of your comfort zone and stretch till you match the thing that you want in your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions. And that's how we grow. That's how we expand and allow Spirit to live through us and with us. Bob Proctor, he describes three kinds of goals. The first one he talks about is the A-type goal that we set ourselves every day. These are small goals that we know how to achieve, like brushing our teeth, picking up the kids from school, cooking a nice recipe for the family. We know how to do these things and we have done them before. So those are the A-type goals. Then you have the B-type goals, and the B-type goals require you to think ahead, to plan ahead a bit. They're like, for example, planning a holiday abroad or buying a new car for the first time. You know that you need to follow a certain sequence of processes, a certain process until you reach your goal, but you know which process to follow and you know how to do it. It just takes a little bit of thinking ahead. And then there's the C-type goal. And the C-type goal is what Bob Proctor calls a fantasy. It's a fib of your imagination. And your logic immediately, as soon as you bring that up, proceeds to tell you that there is no way with the money that you have, with the job that you have, with the qualifications you have, that you can attain this goal. And that's the goal that you find when you sit quietly and relaxed by yourself and you ask yourself this question: what do I really want for me? What do I want? Not what am I expected to want by my colleagues, by my family, by society. What do I want for me? And what is it that, would make me so proud if I would achieve it? And then in a few years, let's say 3 years, and I would look back and say, wow, I did this, I made it happen. And just 3 years ago, I thought it would be impossible, and I barely dared to dream about this. And my life is just become so meaningful, and it has grown in depth and beauty, and I'm inspiring everybody around me with my journey. But to really be able to give, you have to be the thing that you want to give. And now to really be able to give, you have to have the thing you want to give. You have to be the thing you want to share with the world and with your loved ones. And yes, there is the fear and there is the doubt and there are the 100 reasons why this goal cannot be achieved. It's not the right time. I don't feel good about it. In fact, not feeling good and feeling sort of scared is the first sign that you should pick up and say, this is why I'm going to do this. I can feel that I'm going to have to grow. And that is why I'm going to do this, because my fear is an indication of where I'm setting my limits and what I'm allowing myself to do. And beyond that limit, I'm not allowing myself. My paradigms are blocking me. But I really believe that everybody, as a result of what they have experienced, the pain, the loss, the illness, the disappointment, everyone, every single person knows well what it is that they would be willing to step to and through their fears to get. I recommend that you find out what it is for you. Shut out for a moment all thoughts of doubt, ridicule, fear, guilt, and ask yourself out loud, what do I really want? Remember, we have been trained, often with the help of the cane or harsh words or public humiliation, that the imagination is a waste of time, that wanting more and beyond what there was or what there is shows greed. It shows a lack of gratitude and disrespect for the effort that is being put into the raising of us. And then eventually we forbid it to ourselves for all sorts of other reasons. And by the time we turn 11 and 12, we look at a book with the story of Aladdin in it and we toss it aside with the thought that this is really for small kids and there is no such thing as a genie and it's a fantasy, and a fantasy is not real. And at that point, you effectively cut off the ability to create your life using your imagination, and you replace it by creating your life using information. And this information is given to us in school, and it is about what is possible, what can be done, what should be done, how only a very few, very lucky, very rich people can do what they want and achieve their goals, and everybody else, well, we're just not lucky. What about the Wright brothers who got us into the air? They didn't have the right conditions, they didn't have the money, they were ridiculed all the time, laughed at, even taken to a madhouse, because they had this crazy idea that they could get a human being up into the sky and back down. They had to pass through so much fear and doubt and failures in between, like on the way. And they could never see ahead where their dream would end up. They just looked at one step at a time. That's all they could do. In fact, it's a fantasy that has created everything around you, everything that you see around you, your house, your chair, the computer screen, the computer, everything was once a fantasy in somebody's mind. It was first created in the mind. So who gets to manifest their fantasy and who doesn't get to manifest their fantasy? More and more we hear that it doesn't matter who you are, where you're coming from, how old you are, what your conditions are. You are a powerful creator and you don't know it. So let's get clear on our goal first, because when you have a goal, then you're willing to go on a journey. I'll talk to you again next Tuesday. In the meantime, the study group is going strong. We're really enjoying the insights and the exercises that we're getting about those 6 keys to freedom that we all have in our pockets and that we can learn to use to create order in our minds and to manifest our goals.